Facebook Live.
Buongiorno everybody, buongiorno. How are you today? I'm Jackie Henry from Remax Desert Showcase.
And I'm Steve Valley with Fairway Independent Mortgage.
Welcome to
Demystifying Real Estate.
Hey Steve, thanks for joining us today.
Thanks, Jackie. I try to make it every week.
I know you do, but sometimes you were sick yesterday and I was concerned about you. Too much barbecue, I think. Too much Happy 4th of July is what that was.
Yep.
So I'm glad you're here today.
Thanks.
Hey, I have a great question for you, and I wanted to see what you could come up with. I've heard that there's some great down payment assistance programs still out there. So if people are struggling to get down payment, they don't have to have 20% anymore, because there's wonderful programs out there. And so hopefully you can tell us about Home Plus. Is the one you're going to tell us about?
Yeah.
Today? Okay.
I want to talk about one of my favorites. It is Home Plus.
All right. Well, I'm going to leave it up to you.
All right. So Home Plus is put out there by the Arizona Industrial Development Authority.
Okay.
It's 0 to 5% assistance. It is a second mortgage.
Wow.
It's actually a second, what they call a soft second. So there's no interest on it, no payments on it. It's forgiven.
Okay.
It's forgiven by the month over the course of 3 years. So 1/36th every month.
Every month. So at the end of 3 years, you don't know it back.
It's fully forgiven.
Okay, so it's almost like free money, but if you sell within that 3 years, you have to pay some back.
You've got to pay whatever the prorated amount is for whatever you have left.
Okay, so give us an example of how this could be helpful.
Okay, so one of the big things about this is it does have reduced mortgage insurance. Okay, so now you've got a couple of options, again, 0 to 5% down payment. So you could do this typically goes with a conventional loan.
Okay.
The minimum FICO is a 640. A huge change this year on this program is it used to go to a 45% debt to income ratio, and now, as long as I can get the automated approval, we can go all the way up to 50% debt to income ratio.
Oh, that is a big change.
That is a big change. It can help somebody qualify for more.
Yeah, because I know we were struggling, you and I, at getting people pre-qualified because they were at 43, 44.
Yep, it was a hard line at 45.
Yeah.
And you know, you could always have an HOA push them over.
We've had that happen. HOAs push them up.
Yep. So sometimes homeowners insurance can push them over. So you know we'd have to shop around with those to really keep them under there, stuff like that. So being 0 to 5%, you don't have to use all of that toward down payment. So here's a trick with this one, and this is one of the reasons I like it. You could actually do the 5% second, put 3% toward your second mortgage, and have 2% go toward closing costs.
Wow, that's pretty tricky. Now, is there any downside for the seller who's going to take this offer using somebody with a home?
Not if you have a fully qualified person. Right.
So if it's just as safe as it was, but do they then have to give the 3% closing costs?
If we're doing a 3%. Second, you know, the borrower's putting 3% down, and they don't really have any money. Right. You know, we could always ask. Right. The more we ask for on the second mortgage, the higher the rate's going to go. Okay. All right. So
if we go to 5%, the rate has gotten higher.
The rate's going to be higher, and they're going to qualify for less.
Less of a house.
Yeah, less of a house.
Okay.
So, but the reduced MI is significant. So I ran a scenario shortly before we started.
Oh, good.
Just to give you an idea, based on a regular 3% down loan, the down payment assistance loan with 3% down, and then FHA just in the mortgage insurance. So I did this with a 680 FICO and a $250,000 loan amount. Okay. So on a regular conventional loan with a 680 FICO, you're going to be paying $243.75 in mortgage insurance.
Which never goes away unless you refinance it out of there.
No. That's on a conventional, so that'll go away at 78%.
But you have to jump through some hoops. It doesn't automatically go away. You have to call them and get them to take that off.
So there's two ways that and the mortgage insurance is a whole nother topic.
We'll do a video on mortgage insurance. Yeah.
So, but real quickly on a conventional, if you can wait, okay. So if you buy it at an amount, once that loan is paid down to 78% of the purchase price, it'll automatically come off. If you want it off prior to that, then you would need to call them maybe get a new appraisal, something like that.
Gotcha. So like if you're, so just to be clear, so that means to get a new appraisal, that means that you can see that your equity, there's more equity in that.
Yeah.
Got
So
it.
if
Okay.
you're using equity to pay it to remove that mortgage insurance, yeah, you got to make that phone call.
You gotcha.
Automatic is at 78% of the original purchase price.
Okay, good. All
So
right.
FHA stays on for life alone.
That's what I heard. Yes.
Yes. So okay, back to where our mortgage insurance is. So
Okay.
on a regular conventional loan with a 3% down, you're looking at $243.75.
Okay.
Okay.
A month.
A month, just in mortgage insurance.
Wow.
FHA, same scenario, $180.18.
Wow.
Okay. Now, on an FHA, you're also going to have your initial or upfront mortgage insurance, which is 1.75%. That's going to go on top of that loan as well. So FHA kind of hits you on the front and the back side.
Right.
Okay. If you're looking at this program, the Home Plus with a
Right.
680 FICO, it's $172.92. So it's cheaper than both of those.
Wow. That
Yep.
really helps.
That's a $71 difference in a regular conventional loan.
Wow, that can make a big difference to some people.
It does.
Yeah.
It does. I've seen people go into the 0% just for the reduced MI.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know they could even do that. That's really smart. How smart
they,
is that?
They can do that
That is really smart.
just to reduce your mortgage insurance. So now there's a purchase price limit on this. It's lower than the conventional purchase price limit.
Okay.
Okay. It's $396,680.
That's a weird number.
It is. They always throw those weird numbers out at you.
Yeah. Like, who comes up with these numbers?
So that's the purchase price limit
On the Home and Plus.
on the Home Plus.
Home Plus, okay.
Okay. The income limit is pretty significant. That's gone up also this year. It's at $99,170.
But that's good though.
So you can almost make $100,000 and still
use
this down payment assistance program.
Because I don't know a lot of people that are making $100,000. So I mean, some are, but there
Yeah.
are people. We pre-qualified at $60,000-$75,000 a year.
Oh, absolutely.
So that's good. So now is that for a family? Limit of income, is that for, let's say, a husband and wife want to buy a property? That's their combined income.
If they're buying it together. Now, other products will go by household income. So anyone over the age of 18 who's making money, all of their income gets combined. So I've actually done this. Let's say you have together they exceed that.
Right.
So, and then you have one person who maybe is very, very close to that. The other person obviously would exceed that. I've taken that other person off and only put the one person on as long as they qualify and had them purchase a home. And that works. So it's not household income, it's individual. It's whoever's on the 1003, the loan application.
Gotcha. Okay,
So-
well, that's good to know.
All right, so that kind of covers us on that product. Do you have any other questions?
I do. When does it go away? The second, it's like a quiet second.
A soft second, yeah.
Soft second. Okay. So at what point does it go away? Do I have to do anything to be forgiven? It's just automatically forgiven.
It's forgiven after 3 years.
3 years. So 3
it's
years.
automatic.
It just will stop.
Yep, and again, it's prorated over the course of monthly over the course of those 3 years. So it's 1/36 every month.
Every month, you'll just keep seeing it go down on your statement. It should be there.
Yeah, I don't know if they actually give out statements for that one specifically, but yeah, at the end of the 3 years, it is 100% forgiven.
That's excellent way to buy a house these days, people. It's a great time to buy.
Yep, absolutely.
So summertime is a good time to still buy. The market is really hot and so is outside. And so if you're looking to purchase a home and you're a little limited on funds, this might be a great program for you. And if you would like to give us a call, we would be happy to give you more information on these programs and what houses are available out there right now. So give me a call, 623-910-7249. That's my direct line. You'll get me every time.
I get her every time.
He does.
And I'm 602-410-9087.
And thank you so much for joining us on this episode of
Demystifying Real Estate. Bye, everyone.
See you next week.